Yes. Welcome everyone to Rashonology. I'm here. I'm your host, RJD. Listen, y'all, we're gonna keep this one real quick, real nice and tight, and we're gonna talk about Tyson, Jake Paul. First of all, hit the like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Rashonology on YouTube. As always, rock with your boy. We here to talk about everything, and right now we're going to talk about this fight. So, first things first. Tyson is old, guys, okay? Now, in case you didn't know, Mike Tyson is 58 years old. You know what? I want to let's get the vibe rolling a little bit. Hold on. Let's get the vibe going. Hold on. Yeah. Let's get the vibe going a little bit. I want to get a little music in my ear. All right, first things first. Tyson's old, guys. Okay, he's old, and unfortunately, I know. Unfortunately, we all get old. Okay, Father Time is undefeated. Father Time says, "Listen, I don't care what you think you're doing in the gym. I don't care what's going on. You are old, and the older you get, the less reflexes you have, the less power you have. You cannot do the same things at 60 as you used to do at 20 or 30 or even 40. It don't work like that, unfortunately." And we're going to talk about a lot of different aspects to this, but I want to keep it a buck, y'all. Tyson's old, and if y'all thought that he was going to turn back the clock and knock Jake Paul's head off, you got another thing coming. You got another thing going for you. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought he would give us maybe one or two good rounds. I honestly thought that he would at least give one good round, and we might see Jake Paul running for his life. And then maybe Jake Paul would get the decision, because if he was 50, yeah, but he's 60. Like, he's almost 60 years old. So I was just like, nope. I don't see it. So at the end of the day, Mike Tyson is obviously not what he once was at 20, 30, or 40, or even 50. 4 years ago, he looked better against Roy Jones in 2020, and Roy Jones looked like he was just drop dead, like he's about to drop dead. So you got to understand that's first and foremost. So my analysis of the fight, as we talk about the fight, I didn't look at it as a real fight. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Nope, I didn't. And if you looked at this as a real fight, like Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao, Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia, then you're bugging. There's something wrong with you. You're stupid. This wasn't a real fight. This was an exhibition, first and foremost. And second, you know, there were things in the contract that says this couldn't happen, that couldn't happen. You had to do this like this. You had to do that like that. You already know that happened. You already know things were in the contract that they will never disclose with the public. I mean, even in the first, when Tyson fought Roy Jones, he couldn't even hit him in the head. What? Nope. You stupid. How you having an exhibition fight, a boxing fight, even a sparring session, and you can't hit the other person in the head? That sounds stupid. Sounds absolutely ridiculous, but that was one of the clauses in the contract. So when Mike Tyson was coming in, 58 years old, I was like, all right, I don't think this is going to go the way a lot of people are thinking it's going to go. And people came out for Mike, packed house, but I didn't necessarily think he was going to win. I thought he'd give one good round, and if this was the Mike Tyson at 45 years old, Jake Paul doesn't last 2 minutes with Mike. Not happening. But we're in a different era, we're in a different time. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So that was my number one takeaway with that. Next, I want to talk about Netflix. Big L. Big L. for Netflix. They have there was reports. Excuse me. There were reports that they had upwards to 60 to 65 million people trying to watch this thing, maybe at one time. I'm not sure. Netflix doesn't really reveal their numbers, but that's what some of the reports that were coming out. That was some of the reports that were coming out. And at the end of the day, Netflix, y'all got to get it together. If you're going to have live streaming like that, you got to be able to handle the amount of internet traffic that's going to come forward. You just have to. You have to be able to handle that traffic. And Netflix didn't look like they can handle it. I was repeatedly trying to get back in, and that was before the Katie fight. Before the Katie Serrano fight, it was coming in, it was coming out. During the Katie Serrano fight, I missed 2 or 3 good rounds because of the buffering, trying to get in, trying to get out, had to start back in, it kicked me out to the point where I just didn't even try to watch it live. I paused it for a good 10, 15 minutes and then just watched it on a lag. I was watching it 10, 15 minutes behind because I just couldn't do it. Netflix, y'all got to get it together. You got WWE coming in January. That's going to be live every week. Now, WWE is not going to have 65 million viewers watching it live. But if they normally get 1 to 2 million viewers on network TV, I would say they're going to get more than that on Netflix, because you will see a lot of people, they're going to see WWE, all right? So the WWE fans are going to watch it because they're WWE fans. But then you're going to have those people that are go, oh, this is live television? What's this? They're going to click on it. Oh, wrestling? Oh, my God. What's this? Oh, John Cena, I remember him. Like, he's in movies. Like, I think they got Cena for that first show. They might have Punk. So I think they're going to have more than 1 to 2 million viewers watching this thing. I actually think it's awesome for WWE, and it's awesome for WWE and awesome for Netflix. I think that is a good move. I can't wait to watch it on Netflix. That's going to be awesome. And hopefully it stays 2 hours. Please stay 2 hours. Please stay 2 hours. We can only hope and pray. We can only hope and pray. But Netflix, you got to get it together. You got to have better internet. You got to have better service for the traffic. Make sure it can handle it, because if you plan to put on live events, especially with people with their interest is high, you better be able to handle it. So that was for Netflix. What's next for Jake Paul? What's next for Mike Tyson? As far as Jake Paul, I like all right, I have a different perspective on this. Excuse me. Let's talk about the purse. Jake Paul, now we don't know what the exact numbers are, but Jake Paul repeatedly 40 to 40 million plus, around there. Mike, maybe 20. I heard 10. I heard 20. I had 25. Whatever. Let's just say he got 20. Jake Paul got 40. First of all, congrats to them. Shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Mike Tyson for getting the bag, and they didn't even have to do nothing. Mike Tyson is 58 years old, and he just got $20 million, potentially, allegedly, just to train for a couple of months and to bounce around the ring and not really do much. Shout out to him. And he had a good dance partner, which is Jake Paul, and nobody really got hit like that. The 14-ounce gloves are huge, so you really ain't hurting nobody with those gloves. I mean, they got the bag just to do that. Now, shout out to Jake Paul, because they got the bag, so good for them. It was kind of boring for a fan, like me as a fan watching it. It was kind of boring, but it was a good card. The Mario Barrios, I still got to go back and watch that because I didn't see it. So we got the Mario Barrios and we got the Katie fight. Both excellent fights. Maybe I was thinking Clarissa Shields could have been on there. I don't know if there was anybody for her to fight. There's Clarissa Shields could have maybe been on there. Who else? I mean, but you don't want to go on a Jake Paul undercard because he's not a real fighter. So I get it. I get it, but it would have been big money for her. And if Jake Paul is going to help these fighters, if Jake Paul is going to do exhibitions and get maybe an old boxer or get an old MMA guy, and they're going to get 40 million, 20 million, 10 million, 30 million just to go in there and fight Jake Paul, whether they win or lose. Like, I mean, Nick Diaz, what was it, Nate Diaz that he fought? Nate Diaz probably got the biggest thinking payday he ever got in his life, fighting Jake Paul, which is crazy because he's a UFC champion. He's a UFC big name guy. And, you know, a lot of the people in the UFC complain about all the money that they get or don't get from the UFC. And you go in there and you double, triple, quadruple, see more money than you ever seen in your life. I'm all for it. Though that's a tough business to be in, to get punched in the head for a living. And those guys are going to get paid because of Jake Paul. So I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Go get your bread. As for Mike Tyson, everybody keeps saying, oh, Mike need the money. You don't know if Mike need the money. Mike probably just chilling. Hey, let me go get a quick 20 million just to chill out. Mike is in shape. He's always been in shape recently. All of these videos, even before the fight was announced, he was in the gym. You see him on the gram in the gym and all that. So he's chilling. He's smoking his weed. He's doing his psychedelics. He's chilling out. He's relaxed. He's I think he's doing other things. He's got other business ventures. Let me go grab this quick 20 million real quick. And he's a huge name. Now, does this hurt the brand and hurt the legacy a little bit? It's debatable. But he cashed out. Good for him. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. So I'm all for it. Listen, I don't care if it's an exhibition. I don't care who fights on the undercard. As long as I'm entertained and it was worth my time to watch it. It was late as hell. I don't know why the hell why do they put these fights on and people are fighting at midnight? If I'm a fighter and I got to fight at midnight on the East Coast, this is stupid. I'm tired. Like, even if you're in superb condition, why are you fighting at midnight? I mean, the fights used to come on 10 o'clock. Then it was 10:30. Then it was 11 o'clock. Then it was 11:30. Now the main fights are coming on at 12 o'clock. This is stupid. Like, this is stupid, man. 8 o'clock, 8 to 11, 3 hours. Get in there, make your money, get out. I think that's the sweet spot. For some reason, they want to push it back to midnight to do all this extra stupid promotion. Get the promotion in there and factor that into the time. Why are we starting this stuff at 8 o'clock? Not feeling that. Stupid. Very stupid. Stupid.
You stupid.
Now, as far as UFC last night, I did see the UFC. John Jones beat Stipe Miocic. Very good fight. John Bones Jones is the GOAT. Oliveira fought, who the hell did he fight? Chandler? I want to say Chandler. He fought Chandler. An extremely exciting fight. Oliveira is very good. And every time I used to watch Oliveira, he used to tap people out. I used to always see him getting submissions. And now he's punching people and they just, But Chandler's a dog, and that fight was great, man. Great fight. Very entertained. Those two fights alone had me entertained. I'm good. Entertained out the wazoo. John Jones doing the Trump dance last night while Trump is sitting out there. I saw Trump out there. I saw Triple H. I saw Stephanie McMahon. I saw the whole Avengers Assemble lineup with Trump and Vivek and all of them dudes out there. Shout out to them at the UFC fights. Looked like it was they were in New York, but it was a real pro-Trump crowd. Everybody was hyped. So good to see the president-elect out there safe and sound with the whole team. I think Elon was out there too. Elon Musk was out there. Commentary team, always great. So good weekend of entertaining stuff this week. So let's see what's going on next week, because next week we got full gear. And I will be coming back with What the Wrestling. So if you're a wrestling fan, tune into the What the Wrestling channel and get my thoughts on that. Other than that, shout out to Mike. Shout out to Jake. Jake Paul having fights. He's an entertainer. Listen, he's boxing. You can't fake boxing. He's an entertainer. He's going to entertain you. He's going to be the problem child, which is fine. And he's in it to get the bag. He's not in it to get championships. And you know what? Go get your money. I ain't mad at it. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the night. Peace.